Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth. Welcome to Wednesday Workshop. And I'm trying to stream this live on Facebook at the same time. I'm doing the Zoom meeting. I was hoping for more interaction if people are able to join live. But we'll see how this works, see if it's actually able to stream live and do this. But anyway, I'm excited. I have a couple topics I wanted to start out discussing before we get into exercises. Yesterday in the Facebook group, I posted a question about blocks. What blocks do you feel are hindering your development? And over again, I hear trust and self-doubt. Those are the two biggest across the board, not in just this group that I work in, what I hear on my YouTube channel, but it's all around. Anybody who works with their intuition, works on their spiritual development. And I think just in general, in life, we are always doubting ourselves. Now, the more you develop your intuition, and I always say practice is the key to that, the more you build that trust. The other thing is when you are practicing, you are learning how intuitive information is coming to you. So you're understanding your clairs, you're understanding what it means to see things in your mind's eye, your third eye, your imagination. That's what I call my imagination. And you'll start to identify what it feels like when it is your intuition talking. And so the more you practice, the better you're going to get at that. And there's no easy way around it. So I give you the method. It's an easy method to do. It doesn't take very long to put it into use. I think my video is less than 10 minutes long on my YouTube channel explaining how to tap into your intuition. And then you practice. And I just had someone join. I'm going to let them in. If you're in the Facebook group, the link to the Zoom, if you want to interact with me, is in there. Hi, Anita. How are you? So I'm just talking a little bit about self-doubt and trust and why practice is your key to getting there. And I'm just going to continue where I left off, and you can grab on a post later so you can get what you missed. So I know it sounds cliche to practice, and I can't take that away to make that part easier because it is a commitment. And somebody else in the group posted their block is consistency of practice. And so that is what drives getting better and what drives the trust. Now, I do realize that many people start to doubt themselves, and then it discourages them from practicing. And so then it becomes this sort of lose-lose situation where you don't get anywhere. It feels like I can't trust my intuition. I'm not going to develop myself spiritually, and then you give up. And the key to that is understanding that even when you feel like your intuition is leading you astray, you're wrong, you're doing these exercises and you're getting every single one of them wrong or the majority of them wrong, where it still feels like you're guessing, is to understand that when you get something wrong, you're learning from that. So you're learning what it feels like when your intuition, when it's not your intuition speaking. And so that is really important to pay attention to, and why I recommend the people I work with that you keep a notebook of this stuff, and I call it a hit list. So every time you write it down, and you write down information about how it came to you, how you received it, what it felt like. But another method is also keeping track of what it feels like when it's wrong. So I know for myself, when I feel like it's just coming too fast, or let's say it's a color exercise, we have the different crayons, and there's one that was charged, or I pick a crayon out of the the bag and want to know what color it is using my intuition, if I can almost feel it when my brain is telling me it's pink. I can almost feel it because from the time I pick it up, I have a color already set in my mind. And that's not how my intuition works. Now, I'm not saying that's for everyone. There's a lot of people who their first thought, that's what it is. That quick first thing like pink, oh, that's it. But that's not how it works for me. And so I know that going in, that if I'm already thinking it's whatever color, and that's not it. And then I start the method over. If I'm just keep thinking that same color and keep thinking that same color, I start the process over. And then I know how my intuition gives me things. It doesn't come from me. It's like something random. And then I know, okay, it's probably more likely to be whatever color. So practicing is really the best way to trust, because you're getting good information either way, whether you're right or you're wrong, you're learning. And that's the key to all of it. And then having that method where you're following the method, and when you feel the ego mind or you're unsure of yourself or doubt is coming in, you start over. So those are my two things I wanted to talk about today. And then I just wanted to talk a little bit about consistency of practice, which I just touched on, but I want to just touch a little more. Because I do think that because practice is such an important piece, if you're not able to develop a consistent practice, then it's really going to slow down your development and your ability to just feel connected. And so for me, when I started working on my development, I was very driven. It was the number one goal in my life at that time. And I was dedicated and working towards it. So that was pretty easy for me because I was so driven. But if your life is such that you have lots and lots of different responsibilities, you're super busy, it is hard. It takes away from that drive. And it's really important to have a schedule in that case. So my experience, when you do something first thing in the morning, it is less likely to fall off your plate later in the day. So if you have a meditation routine, you can tie your practice into your meditation. So you do your meditation. When you come out of it, you do your practice, and that's a great time to do it. But if you don't have a regular meditation practice, schedule the time right into your day. And it doesn't have to take more than 2 minutes. You can do one exercise in about 2 minutes. And nobody even needs to know you're doing it. If you're in the car, you can practice so long as you're not closing your eyes and meditating as part of it. But you can ask your intuition a question, but don't close your eyes. When you're taking a walk, if you are walking in the neighborhood, you can do an intuitive exercise. You can, on your lunch break, just put on one of these videos with an exercise and a reveal and do it. And I think a lot of my videos are less than 2 minutes long, or maybe about the 2 to 3 minute mark, where you're getting what the question is and you're getting the reveal. And if you just take a bag of crayons and do a color one every single day, I mean, it takes like 2 minutes to do that. So setting yourself up with things to exercise, to do your practice of what you're actually going to practice on, is a really good tool. So those are my messages today. Do you have any questions for me before I move on to the exercises? Did you have anything specifically that I didn't talk about that you wanted to ask me? I'm gonna move over here to the Facebook, see if anyone, oh, La's there. Hi, La. Okay, and I have somebody else joining. Okay. All right, so we are going to start the exercise. I have 3 exercises for us today. The first one, I have a color one. These are so fun for me. I think these are super fun. And these are pickup sticks my daughter got for Christmas. I have a yellow one, a green one. I don't know if you can see the colors, a blue one, and a pink one. Okay, I chose one of these colors and I charged it with extra energy. I want you to use your intuition. I don't want you to guess. I want you to use your intuition.
Color one. These are so fun for me. I think these are super
Tell
fun.
me.
These are
Ooh,
pickup
I'm getting
sticks my
feedback.
daughter got for Christmas. I have a yellow one, a green one. I don't know if
Hello? Okay, that's better. I had a little feedback there. All right, so I want you to use your intuition, ask your intuition. Now I changed the order, guys. I'm sure that's not helping. I'm gonna stay like that. Okay, blue's at the top, pink, yellow, and green, and I chose one of these. And so if you're watching this on the replay, just go ahead and pause the video until you have your answer. If you're doing it live with me now, I'm just going to give you a couple minutes, maybe not even a minute, just a little bit of time to go ahead and tune into your intuition and let me know what you got. I'd love to see. And if you want to tell me how you got to it, we could workshop it a little bit. All right. So I'm going to do the reveal. And I saw, Anita, do you want to give me what, did you just know the color or did you have any other symbols that came to you? Awesome. Okay. So the color I picked was actually green. And like I was saying, just because you didn't get it right doesn't mean that it was a loss. You are learning how that came to you. And that's why it's important to identify how it came. Sometimes it's like you just think you know, but when you really take it apart and deconstruct how it came to you, you're getting that information. So next time, try taking a couple deep breaths beforehand, asking your intuition and see if you're getting anything else coming through your body, whether it's your imagination, something in the room is sticking out to you, whatever it is. See how it works. All right, the next one I have, this is another favorite of mine. I have a Dixit card. If you watch some of my videos, you probably know all about Dixit. There's a picture on the other side of this card. I want you to use your intuition to tell me anything at all you get about what is on the other side of this card. I'll just give you a minute to do that. And again, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and pause so you're not feeling under pressure. My dog is very interested in this. Sit down. All right, and I'm going to do the reveal now. All right, so you got, wow, that's cool. The other thing I just want to say about these exercises is it's very unlikely for somebody to get exactly what's on the card. So these are a little more subjective, which is actually I like better because when I do readings for people, it's seldom that I don't get things that come in symbols. So I think it's open a little bit more to interpretation, but this is looks like a hot air balloon carrying a castle in this beautiful like blue sky. Oh, my dog. There, she's gonna lay down now. She wants to get on camera. And the clouds. So when you saw the sun, Anita, I feel like that was, well, this isn't necessarily a super sunny picture, but I think you were getting the symbol of something to do with the sky, right? When you think of the sun, you think up. The whole scene is in the sky. So I would say that you were right on with this. And yeah, it's super impressive. And you were seeing green too. And I don't know how well the color is here. It's hard for me to tell. My screen's a little small. This is like a green blue on the balloon. All right, so I have one other exercise, and this one is super hard. When I usually bring out the bowl, it's food, but today it's not food. It is a random object, a really random object. So this is really hard because it could be anything at all. So you're really going to rely on your symbols here. And then remember, if we get a symbol, you can ask questions, additional follow-up questions. If you're getting the red bicycle, you say, why am I seeing the red bicycle and how does it relate to what Elizabeth has in the bowl? All right, so I'll give you another minute to do this one. All right, I'm going to do the reveal. It looks like you're typing. Okay, it's so random. All right. It's a stapler. It's black stapler. It says Staples, one touch. Like I said, this was a really hard one because it could have been anything at all. And I had it in a kitchen bowl because that's the biggest thing I had that I could put it in and you guys wouldn't see. So, but don't get down on yourself for that. So keep practicing. Let me know as you are practicing what kind of questions come up, what you're still struggling with. Also, if you're noticing patterns when you're doing the exercises of how things are coming up, but they're coming wrong, they're not correct, let me know what those are and I can help you troubleshoot those too, the best I can. So, all right. So I really like the Zoom format better than the Facebook Live. I just felt like you could see your face. And if you wanted to, you could have come off of mute and talked. And it's super fun to interact that way. And the group is small enough that it's not like, hundreds of people. So I'm going to try this again for next week and see how this goes. I know the timing is a little tough trying to get people to come in the middle of the day and people all over the world with different time zones. But anyway, I'm open to suggestions and other times that might work better for everybody out there. All right. So thanks for joining me and I'll see you next week.